Hi, ChatGPT. It's time for that chat on disability supports for Canadians.
Hey, ready when you are. What's on your mind about disability support?
All right. First, I want to go over the history of each provincial disability program, starting with the East Coast and working our way west. So we'll start in Newfoundland. How does their disability support program work?
In Newfoundland and Labrador, disability support is provided through the Income Support Programme. It offers financial assistance for basic needs like food, shelter, and clothing. There's also support for medical expenses and special needs. The programme is designed to help people with disabilities maintain a reasonable standard of living.
All right. And what are the maximums and minimums for those programs?
For Newfoundland and Labrador's income support, the amount varies based on individual needs, household size, and specific circumstances. There isn't a fixed maximum or minimum, as it's tailored to each case. Generally, it covers essential living costs, but exact amounts depend on the individual's needs and circumstances.
Alrighty. So let's look at Nova Scotia now.
In Nova Scotia, disability support is provided through the Disability Support Programme, DSP. It offers financial assistance for basic needs, residential support, and programmes for community living. The support varies based on individual needs and can include funding for caregivers, medical expenses, and specialised equipment. The programme is tailored to each person's unique situation.
All right. And what are the maximums and minimums on that program?
In Nova Scotia, the Disability Support Programme doesn't have fixed maximums or minimums, as support is tailored to individual needs. Assistance can range from basic living expenses to more comprehensive support for residential care and specialised services. The exact amount depends on the person's circumstances and level of need.
Isn't there a ceiling to the price for an individual?
There isn't a strict ceiling for individual support in Nova Scotia's Disability Support Programme. The funding is based on assessed needs, so while there are guidelines, the exact amount varies. However, there are limits to ensure resources are distributed fairly, but they're flexible to accommodate different levels of need.
Alrighty. New Brunswick now.
In New Brunswick, disability support is provided through the Social Assistance Programme. It offers financial help for basic needs like food, shelter, and clothing. Additional support may be available for medical expenses and special needs. Similar to other provinces, the amount of support varies based on individual circumstances.
All right. And you said that is there a threshold for those programs?
In New Brunswick, like other provinces, there's no fixed threshold, but support is based on assessed needs. The amount is determined by factors like income, household size, and specific needs. There's flexibility to ensure individuals receive adequate assistance, but within reasonable limits to ensure fairness and sustainability.
All right. On to Quebec.
In Quebec, disability support is provided through the Social Solidarity Programme. It offers financial assistance for those unable to work due to a severe disability. The amount depends on individual circumstances, but it includes basic needs and can cover medical expenses. Quebec also has programmes for employment assistance and integration into the workforce for those who can work.
All right, we're going to skip over Ontario for now and go right to Manitoba.
In Manitoba, disability support is provided through the Employment and Income Assistance (EIA) programme. It offers financial aid for basic needs, including shelter and food, along with additional support for medical expenses. The amount varies based on individual circumstances, and there's also a separate programme specifically for persons with disabilities that provides additional benefits and support services.
All right, Saskatchewan.
In Saskatchewan, disability support is provided through the Saskatchewan Assured Income for Disability (SAID) program. It offers financial assistance for basic needs plus additional support for disability-related expenses. The amount varies based on individual circumstances, and SAID is designed to provide long-term support for those who qualify.
All right. Is there a maximum amount a single person can get on this disability benefit?
In Saskatchewan's SAID program, there isn't a strict maximum, but benefits are based on assessed needs. Single recipients typically receive a base amount for living expenses, with potential additional funds for specific disability-related costs. The exact amount varies, ensuring each person's needs are met within reasonable limits.
All right. Let's move on to Alberta.
In Alberta, disability support is provided through the Assured Income for the Severely Handicapped (AISH) program. It offers financial assistance for living costs, medical expenses, and other personal needs. The amount depends on the individual's circumstances, but there's a maximum monthly living allowance, which is currently around $1,787. Additional benefits may be available for specific needs situations.
All right. Let's look at British Columbia now.
In British Columbia, disability support is provided through the Persons with Disabilities (PWD) benefit. It offers financial assistance for basic needs, including shelter and food, plus additional support for disability-related expenses. The maximum monthly support rate for a single person is currently around $1,358, with potential supplements for specific needs.
All right. Go through all three territories with their disability program, please.
Sure. In the Yukon, disability support is provided through the Social Assistance Program, offering financial aid based on individual needs. In the Northwest Territories, there's the Income Assistance Program, which provides support for basic needs, including disability-related expenses. Nunavut has a similar program for disability support, which is tailored to individual circumstances. All three territories aim to provide flexible support to meet the unique needs of their residents.
All right. Now we get to Ontario.
In Ontario, disability support is provided through the Ontario Disability Support Program, ODSP. It offers financial assistance for basic needs such as food and shelter, plus benefits for disability-related costs. The maximum monthly amount for a single person is about $1,308, with additional funds available for specific needs like medical expenses.
All right. Why do none of these go above the poverty line?
The goal of these programs is to provide essential support, but budgets and policies often limit the amounts. Governments balance supporting individuals with available resources. There's ongoing advocacy to increase these amounts to better reflect the cost of living and lift people above the poverty line. It's a complex issue influenced by economic constraints and political priorities.
All right. Why doesn't Canada have a national program for this?
Canada's social programs are primarily managed by provinces and territories, allowing them to tailor support to their unique populations and needs. A national program would be a more centralised, consistent model. Skill implementation of disability benefits, like the Ontario Disability Support Program, ODSP, shows a move toward more consistent support. Provinces prefer maintaining control to address local needs effectively.
Have you heard of the Canadian Disability Benefit?
Yes, the Canadian Disability Benefit is a proposed federal program aimed at providing additional financial support to low-income Canadians with disabilities. It's intended to supplement existing provincial and territorial supports, aiming to lift people with disabilities out of poverty. While it's still in development, it reflects a step toward more unified support across Canada.
All right. Right now, that benefit is sitting at about $200, and you need to have the disability tax credit to get it. what would you recommend instead of using the disability tax credit to get this benefit?
Instead of relying on the disability tax credit, a simpler eligibility process could be used. For example, a medical assessment by a healthcare professional to confirm a disability or using existing provincial disability programme criteria. This would ensure more people can access the benefit without added bureaucratic hurdles.
Which is probably my preferred method. All right, next. What should be a recommended amount for this a benefit to help people get out of poverty?
To lift people out of poverty, the benefit should align with the cost of living. A reasonable starting point could be around the official poverty line, which varies by region but is roughly $2,000 per month. This would help cover basic needs and provide a more secure foundation. Adjustments could be made for regional differences and inflation.
All right. There is a problem, though, with provincial provinces possibly clawing it back if it's too much income. How would you fix that?
To prevent clawbacks, the federal benefit could be structured to not count as income for provincial programmes. Clear coordination between federal and provincial governments would be needed to ensure the benefit's full impact. Legislation could specify that this benefit won't affect existing supports, ensuring recipients don't lose out.
Right now, Alberta is basically agreeing to claw it back, and Ontario is still on the fence. Most of the other provinces, except Saskatchewan, have agreed not to claw back the benefit, but we're waiting for Ontario.
Coordination is key to avoid clawbacks. Hopefully, Ontario will align with the other provinces. Ensuring the benefit's intent isn't undermined is crucial. Advocacy and collaboration between federal and provincial governments will be essential to get everyone on the same page.
All right, we'll continue this at another time. Thank you, ChatGPT.
You're welcome anytime. Take care.